Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to take you through all the aspects of payload. This video has been divided into 4 parts. First, we'll talk about the definition of payload. Second, we will talk about the concept of buoyancy. Concept of buoyancy. Followed by, we'll talk about the equation that is involved in any numerical of payload. Fourth, we'll talk about as the how to increase the payload and as in the ways we can increase the payload. How to increase the payload. Now let's talk about the definition. Payload is defined. Payload is defined as the maximum weight a balloon can lift. For example, if you imagine, let's just say a air balloon. Payload talks about what is the maximum weight this balloon can lift. Okay. Now let's talk about the concept of buoyancy. Let's just say I take a ball, okay, which is a hollow ball, hollow sphere, you can say, and I dip this hollow sphere inside a bucket of water. Inside a bucket of water. Okay. So as soon as I insert this hollow sphere inside the bucket of water, the hollow sphere will experience an upward force. This hollow sphere will experience an upward force. This upward force is nothing but your buoyant force. This buoyant force is equal to the weight of the liquid displaced by the hollow sphere. This buoyant force will be equal to the weight of the liquid displaced by the hollow sphere. So I can say that the liquid displaced will be of this much volume that I have shaded. So now let's calculate the weight of the water displaced by the hollow sphere. Now weight of the liquid displaced will be equal to the mass of the liquid multiplied by the acceleration due to gravity. Now the mass of the liquid can be written as volume of the sphere multiplied by density of the liquid multiplied by g. Okay. Now this concept of buoyancy can be replicated for a hot air balloon. Let's just say this hot air balloon is dipped in a fluid, and instead of a fluid you can imagine this fluid to be air. This particular example is analogous to a hollow sphere being dipped in water. Since water and air, they are both fluids, they are very similar situations. What I have done is I have dipped a hollow sphere in water. At the same way, I have kept a hot air balloon in air. The principle that is being used in both these cases are exactly equal. Now let's talk about the equation that is involved in a payload. So in order to find the equation for payload, I need to draw the force body diagram of the balloon. Now let's take the balloon. Okay, now let's draw now let's understand all the forces involved in the balloon. So I can say that there is obviously weight of the balloon which is acting downward. Okay, that is the weight of balloon. There is the payload that it can carry, the weights that it can itself carry. Let's call it payload. Okay, now the buoyant force which will be acting upward, the buoyant force which will be acting upward, let's call it FB. Okay, this is the buoyant force. Okay, now there is one more force which is the weight of the gas, which will be acting downward, weight of the gas. So after I have drawn the FBD, now let's write the equation. So the buoyant force should be equal to the weight of the gas plus the weight of the balloon. Okay, this weight of the balloon depends on the kind of question that is being asked, because it will depend if the question has mentioned the mass of the material that is used to make the balloon. Okay, so if the mass of the material is not mentioned in the question, you can assume this to be 0. All right, now let's do the last one, which is the payload. Okay, now we have seen in the last concept of buoyancy that buoyant force will be equal to what? It will be the weight of the fluid displaced. In this case, the fluid is air. So how much fluid is being displaced will be equal to the volume of this balloon itself. Therefore, I can say that the force of the or the buoyant force will be equal to uh, V, volume of the balloon, let's call it VB, multiplied by rho. Rho of what? Density of what? Density of air, because that is the air being displaced by the balloon. So density of air multiplied by G. G is the acceleration due to gravity. Now weight of the gas, weight of the gas will be again the volume of the balloon multiplied by density of the gas multiplied by G. Now I need to find out the weight of the balloon itself, which will be directly equal to the mass of the material, multiplied by G. Okay, now the last part will be the payload. I will just write it as, let's just call it payload. Therefore, I can just say the payload will be equal to V being common, VB, that is the volume of the balloon being common, taken out. I can just write rho of air multiplied by mass of air divided by okay, what they have done is they have written density of air as pressure of air multiplied by mass of air divided by R into temperature of gas. Okay, so I can just say directly that the rho of air, if it's not mentioned, it should be calculated by using this formula directly. For example, instead of density of air, they have given you the pressure of air. Then you can calculate the density of air by using rho is equal to Pm by RT. Alright, now the final equation will become rho of air minus rho of gas into G minus mass of the material into G. This is the final equation of payload for solving any numerical problem. Okay, now let's look at a question. All right, now let's solve this one question. Uh, it is given in the question that a balloon of diameter 20 meters weighs around 100 kg. So they have given you the radius of the balloon, which is what, 10 meters, and they have given you the weight of the balloon, which is 100 kg. All right, calculate its payload if it is filled with helium at 1 atm. Now let's just consider a sphere, which is the air balloon, and it is being filled with helium. Okay, the pressure of helium is given as 1 atm, and temperature is given in degrees Celsius. It can be converted into Kelvin as 300 Kelvin. Density of air is 1.2 kg per meter cube. All right, now we need to find out the payload. Okay, so I can just draw the FBD of the helium balloon. So there is we need to find out the kind of forces involved in the helium balloon. First, there is a force downward due to the weight of the balloon, which is already given as 100 kg. So the weight of the balloon is downward, and there is again the weight of the gas, which is downward, and there will be obviously the payload. Let's call it P. Let's call it P, and the upward force will be the buoyant force. Now let's make the equation. Buoyant force will be equal to payload plus weight of balloon plus weight of the gas. They have given you the buoyant force as, buoyant force will be what, density of, or I can just say volume of the balloon into density of the air displaced. So I'll just say density of air. They have given you density of air as 1.2 kg per meter cube. You can directly substitute it. Okay, multiplied by g. G is the acceleration due to gravity. You can take the g as 10 meter per second square as an approximation. This will be equal to payload P plus weight of the balloon. Weight of the balloon is given as 100 into g plus this is kg. You can convert it, you don't need to convert it, you can keep it in kg only, plus the weight of the gas. The weight of the gas can be calculated like weight of the gas will be equal to volume of the balloon into density of helium gas multiplied by uh, the acceleration due to gravity. Now the density of helium can be calculated as pressure of helium multiplied by mass of helium divided molecular mass of helium divided by R into T into G. This can be further written as VB will be equal to pressure of the helium gas is, they have given mentioned you as 1 atm, multiplied by molecular mass of helium, which is 4, divided by R, which is given as 0.0082, multiplied by the temperature, which is 300 Kelvin. Okay, multiplied by G. Now VB is the volume of the balloon, which can be calculated as 4 by 3 pi r cube. They have given you the radius of the balloon as 10 meters. Okay, although it's a lengthy calculation, you probably will have to substitute all of these numbers in the equation, and you can find the payload in the question. Now let's look at ways to increase the payload. The first and the obvious method is somehow increasing the buoyant force. The buoyant force can be increased by increasing the volume of the balloon. That is the first way you can increase the payload. The second is we can take a lighter gas. Okay, by taking a lighter gas, you can get a much less weight of the gas, which is pulling the balloon downward. Okay, so by taking a lighter by taking a lighter gas, one can decrease the weight of balloon. The third point would be if you can increase the temperature of the gas. Okay, if you can increase the temperature of the gas, you can ultimately decrease the density of the gas. Density of the gas will decrease, and therefore the weight, and ultimately the weight will decrease. Weight of balloon will decrease.